How's it going, folks, and welcome back. It's episode number 89 of Park 2 Primera. Yesterday was a Spanish adventure in the Nations League. Today we're back with another adventure. Today, well, I want to say we're jetting off somewhere. We're not jetting off anywhere. It is the FIFA Club World Cup. It's been hosted in Spain, and we're in the quarterfinals. Yes, there was a group stage played during pre-season. We ended up in a group which my face is perfectly covering, so allow me to show it here, with Corinthians and Daegu. I decided in the end that we were just going to win these two games, and it wasn't worth coming back for. And, well, I should have put some money on it. That's not legal as a manager, but if you had put some money on us to win, you would have made some money back, because we won both games convincingly. We're back today to take on Man City. You'll notice the date is the 30th of June, and whilst the season hasn't officially ticked over yet, I do consider this the start of the last season here at Racing. Of course, this is season number 10. We've won La Liga twice, we've won the Copa del Rey, we've won the Supercopa. I mean, I would love a Club World Cup to add to my cabinet. Today we're going to do the quarterfinal. Then tomorrow, if we win, we will have the semi-final and then the third and fourth place playoff, or the final if we get to it. But today I thought we'd use it as a bit of an opportunity to look at the squad during this pre-season, what we're getting up to, the transfers that are happening, players that we may have already signed even, since there isn't a transfer special today, because the transfer special would be a bit weird with the Club World Cup going on, I figured. So anyway, when it comes to transfers, there's not a lot going on, but we have made a signing, Julien Combe, or Julien. I like Julien. It sounds good, doesn't it? Julien. It sounds continental. It sounds sexy. It sounds French. He is a Frenchman. He's 24 years old. You might look at him and go, wow, he's not bad. Yeah, I know. We've got him on a free transfer. Word of warning, when I scouted him, he had a lot of cons. I think he's injury prone, he's inconsistent, I don't think he liked big matches. There were loads of things that would normally put me off with a player, but he was available for free from Saint Etienne, and, well, I've decided that for a freebie, we might as well take a punt on him. He is a really, really talented player, quite where he fits into the team. I'll be honest, I'm not exactly sure. He can slide at centre mid, he can play out on the right, he can play down the middle. Free transfer, 24 years old. Worst case scenario, we sell him on for some money. Best case, he goes on to be a little superstar for us. Unfortunately, can't register him for the Club World Cup. Now, in terms of departures, there are no players who have left us just yet, but there are players who are perhaps in the process of leaving us. And by players, I mean player. It's Tolisso, everyone. 34 years old. He turns 35 in 4 days' time. His physicals are in the bin. He's not really the centre mid that I need right now. It's looking to sell him for 2.3 million, which is his asking price, hoping that he'll accept one of these moves, despite the fact it's probably going to involve a wage cut. Ultimately, I can't really justify spending £80,000 a week on him. And of course, we've got Gabri Veiga, who was out on loan this year, who is going to come in and just be the natural Tolisso replacement. We've not really had a great backup to Sandro Tonali this year in the box-to-box midfielder role. I'm hoping that Veiga's going to be that man for us next year, although that is an area of the pitch we are looking to review. You may be surprised to learn that we're not doing a whole lot in terms of transfers in. We've got £42 million in terms of transfer budget remaining, £75,000 in terms of wages. It's some good money. Given the situation we're in, where we've made it to back-to-back Champions League finals, to kind of sign players of the quality that I truly need to strengthen the first team, 42 million really doesn't go that far. But there is a player I'm looking at. I don't know if I'm going to go for him for one reason, which you'll realise what that reason is right away. But we have here Stavan Nikolovic. He is a Serbian centre-back, of course, following in the footsteps of Atakovic. We've had great success with Serbians here at Racing. I mean, Zivkovic was good. Let's look at the positives. He's 19 years old. He plays for the national team. He looks really, really good, but he's got a big injury proneness symbol in his cons. Is that enough to look over it? For 7 million, is he worth it? My heart says yes. My head says no. In reality, when it comes to centre-backs, we've not got bad depth, but it's definitely depth that we could add a little bit more to. Nikolic wouldn't be a terrible addition, but the way I'm kind of looking at things right now, I am leaning towards the side of probably cancel the deal, don't necessarily need a backup centre-back right now, and then look to spend as much of that £42 million plus whatever we get for Tolisso, plus possible sell-ons. I don't think any of these sell-ons are actually worth anything. Oh, okay, this one is actually worth saying. Boroquez, we sold for 19.75 million. He's now valued at 16 million. We've got 30% profit sell on, or we can sell it for 7 million. So he would need to sell for 40 million or more. He's not selling for 40 million, is he? I'm going to sell that clause right now. That gives us 7 more million in the bank. Is that how it works? That is how it works. I've now got 50 million to spend. I mean, look, we might still make a big signing yet this summer. I've just not found the person that I'm looking for just yet. Now, we are in this kind of weird scenario where the FIFA Club World Cup immediately follows the Champions League. And, well, we've also got, you can see here, not a great deal of time between all the games. Technically, this is the end of the previous season. The FIFA Club World Cup in the summer is just mental, isn't it? Whose idea was this? It's awful for a number of reasons. Firstly, we don't really get any warm-up going into it, despite having a month between the Champions League final and the first game. And secondly, all my players are really tired. You know things are bleak when your goalkeeper isn't at full condition. I don't think I've had a situation this year where I've needed to rest a goalkeeper potentially. Normally, condition of this level I'd be worried about. I have attempted to rotate the team between the 2 matches we've played. As you can see, it's not really done anything. It's just made everyone unfit. So today's team is a little bit of a mess. It's worth noting that today we are going to be saying goodbye to a legend, everyone. Just hand on heart moment here. Pablo Torre came through the academy here from the beginning. We won't be extending his loan any further. After 9 loyal years at the club, I think it's time to let him free and let him go to Germany to live out the rest of his career before I potentially sign him to end the series next summer, just because I'm a sentimental loser. Look, he's been a great player. I don't think he's quite of the standard that we're at now as a team regularly reaching Champions League finals, but make no mistake, this man has possibly been player of the series. He's not been super standout year on year. I've perhaps phased him out over the last couple of seasons. Maybe I've treated him a bit harshly, but we're going to be saying goodbye to him today, and he will feature at some point in this game. Unfortunately, his fitness is in the gutter, much like half the squad here. I should say it's a very similar situation for Man City, so at least we've got that going for us. So in terms of team selection for today's game, we are going with the 4-2-3-1. Unfortunately, Siapina is out injured, so he's not available. Julien, who we've signed, can't register him, so he's not available. Vega, obviously just out on loan at the moment, although he will be in the first team next year. Due to the fitness issues, due to the rotation needed, this is the team for today's game. Ramadani in goal. Interesting selection at right back, perhaps. Scalini, yeah, a little bit of an unsung hero. I feel like at 27 million, we got our money's worth out of him last year, to be fair. A 7.22 rating for him. He's going to be playing at right back. At left back, we've got Perez. That's a fairly standard selection, as are the 2 centre-backs, Gvardiol and Petrosuolo. Worth noting, Petrosuolo, the only player with excellent condition going into today's game, along with Luzzi, to be fair. Always forget about Luzzi. Anyway, in the midfield, we have got Kapanu, who I have just rejected a bid from Leicester for. It was quite a lot of money. I probably could have thought on it a little bit more. Where was that bid? You know what? Let's look for it here. Kapanu. 78 million. Now, some of that was in clauses. Was I mental to reject it? My mindset is, I'm not going to get a better ball-winning midfielder who is also homegrown at club. And I don't think you can really argue with that. He's very, very good. How much would you sell Kapanu for? Answers on a postcard. I've rejected 78 million. I know there are some people who are going to think that's mad. Alongside him, we've got Tonali. Out on the left, Gurk Deniz, a man who I feel like throughout the tail end of this year became a little bit of a hero for us. He is back in the team on the left. Out on the right, we have Avramides playing at centre attacking mid. We have Hannibal, who is looking very, very scary, might I add. And up front, one of 2 players with excellent condition, Fabian Luzzi. Yeah, we have a fair few strikers. He hasn't had to play, I don't think. I was going to say he hasn't had to play yet in this competition. He has. He's played twice. How has he recovered so quickly compared to everyone else? I mean, he must just not be doing any running as the striker for us. Of course, with Kapanu out injured, not Kapanu out injured, Siapina out injured. He's the man we're looking for goals today. He's done it for us for Spain occasionally. Let's hope he can do it for us today. Just a little look at the Man City squad going into things today. You can see their key player is Erling. They are currently without a manager. Yeah, I think did they sack their manager? They did. They sacked Carlo Ancelotti after 6 years. So they are currently managerless. I have a sneaking suspicion that their fitness is going to be a little bit in the bin. If we just have a look at things here, yeah, okay. They've got as bad fitness issues as us, although their second 11 looks a lot fitter than ours. Honestly, I feel like the FIFA Club World Cup is a bit weird. I think I've only managed in it once before this opportunity. No idea really what to expect. I want to win it though. Man City finished in 11th. Nope, Jack, the league table reset. Why is the Premier League reset and not La Liga? The game has baited me out there. Also, just as a reminder, champions. Anyway, we have a game to play. Okay, into this match we march. We should probably do a team talk. That's usually a good bit of advice. The team is not very fit. It's a weird game at a weird point of the season. We are playing in Spain. It is at the Camp Nou. It's a stadium that we're familiar with. Man City, last time we met them, beat us in a Champions League semi-final. Now, granted, that was 3 or 4 years ago. It was a little while ago now. We've got better since then. We've got a young squad, a hungry squad. Worth noting, they are playing some very tired players as well. So it's not just us who are going to be struggling, although the fact that after half an hour, the entirety of my attacking midfielders are on red hearts, that does concern me. The whole fitness situation actually reminds me a little bit of if you've ever managed in major international tournaments like the Euros or the World Cup. Towards the knockouts, if you don't rotate things, the players just get really weirdly tired in a way you'd never see under any other circumstances. I feel like we are kind of experiencing a little bit of that firsthand. Somewhat concerned. This is the only match of today's video, pending the final result. We've not had a highlight in the first half. Maybe the second half's going to burst into life. And well, if it is going to burst into life, maybe it's going to happen here. As Laporte at left back, he must be getting on a little bit. Plays it forward to Vinicius Jr. Going into this game, I think Man City might be favourites, although they've not got a manager. I expect us to beat them, even if, the bookies don't. We have a good team, a capable team, and we have Gökdeniz, who lurks at the back post all the time and pops up with important goals. He makes it 1-0. He does a bit of a bad-mannered celebration by just punching the air in front of all the Man City fans behind the goal. Surprised so many of them have made the trip to Spain, really. Must be doing some kind of student discount. But nevertheless, very nice finish by Gökdeniz into the bottom corner. First highlight of the game, first goal of the game. Only 35 more minutes left for us to hold on. I think on the balance of play, we've been the better team. And you know what? Actually, nothing's really happening. Everyone is so tired. Avramides off for Conceição. Luzzi's had a poor game, but he's so fit, I think he's just got to stay on the pitch. I'm going to bring in Toussaint for Capanu. I mean, it's just a bit of a mess, isn't it? It's just a bit of a mess when it comes to fitness levels. I'm going to make 2 subs, and then I'm going to hold 1 more in my back pocket, as we have a free kick here. Sandro Tonali, captain fantastic, over it. Oh my word, Sandro. You weren't meant to do that. He doesn't score that many free kicks. He's scored one there, though. And, well, it's Man City 0, Racing 2. We're about to make it into the top 4, the final 4 of the Club World Cup. And just to check, the Club World Cup, that is bigger than the Champions League, right? Because like the Champions League is just Europe. This is a global competition. Please ignore all the other teams in the quarterfinals probably being from Europe. This is I mean, let's not speak too soon, Jack. We might not be in the semi-finals yet. We might not be, just calm down. Calm down, big boy. We stable head. There's still 27 minutes left. Ruben Neves, Frederick Davies, everyone just looks blooming tired. I mean, even the dive by Ramadani looked like his heart wasn't really in it. It's now 2-1. And maybe this isn't over yet. Or maybe it is. Who knows? There is 13 minutes left all of a sudden. We're still a goal to the good, but Man City with possession, giving it away to us though. Toussaint, what was that? What was that? Ants, please let me know. Not saying answers on a postcard twice in 2 episodes or in 1 episode. Although I guess technically I've just said it then. Erling hard. And, well, we have possession. Everything is fine. Hannibal. Oh, he's lost the ball. Dittmar bringing it forward now for Man City. Inside to Malbon, who could hit it from range here. Or could lay it off to Davies, who gets his second of the game. I'm just beginning to think that knockout football isn't for me in any capacity. Just don't let me play any knockout football games. That is what I'm learning here. Malbon, ball threaded through here to Davies. Takes it 1 touch, gets out his feet, smashes it into the bottom corner. And, 13 minutes left. A man more doesn't seem to be working today. Everyone is tired. No one is playing well. You know what? Pablo Torre, come on I'm going to bring him on for Hannibal, just because Hannibal was one of the first players to look very tired in the game. And as much as he's having a good game, it probably makes sense to rotate things. It might be the last time ever we see Pablo Torre in Racing colours, so please do savour this moment as he comes onto the pitch. Toussaint whips it to Gökdeniz, Luzzi, Perez, the left back. Oh my word, Jorge Luis in goal for them. What a stop. Turns it round the post. Keeps it at 2-2. And Pablo Torre, ladies and gentlemen, he's on the pitch. Where are you, Pablo? He's probably there. I'm not sure why he's at the near post, but maybe he'll get his head on it. Whipped in. He's not going to win the ball, is he? He's not known for his aerial ability. But Conceição, have another go. Gets it in. Oh, and Pablo Torre puts it wide. The fairy tale ending, it was there, everyone. You saw it. He fluffed it, not me. And I think we're going to go to extra time. So for all the worry there was about this being a single match episode, don't worry. Don't worry. There's more to be played. Do we get an extra sub here? We do get an extra sub here. You know what? I am going to take off Baraktar because he was also tired early on. Oh, I don't want to lose in another game after penalties. Like that just... I mean, at this point, what do I do? Like, the beauty of Football Manager in many ways is that you can't really directly influence... You can directly influence the outcome. But, like, it's not... In the most polite way to FIFA career mode, like, you can end... You know when you go into your last Champions League final, you know you can win it if you're playing career mode. Like, unless you're one of those weirdos who plays on legendary difficulty. In Football Manager, knowing that I'm now going into the last season with Racing, this is our last chance saloon to achieve stuff before FM22. It's just a bit sad to see it not having a fairy tale ending. Like, what is the opposite of a fairy tale ending? Because whatever it is, I feel like that is what we are experiencing. We're into the second half of extra time. I mean, we still could win the Club World Cup. I think I'm still bitter about the last two episodes. I don't want to lose again in knockouts. And this has a real possibility of going to penalties because there is 3 minutes and 10 seconds left. Maybe one last twist in the tail. One last highlight. Man City with the ball here. Davies, he's been a thorn in our side, bringing it forward. Threads it through. It had to be. I'm going. I've had enough. Goodbye, Football Manager. Nah, I'm not. I'm done. I'm done. Editing Jack. I'm sorry. Like, Photoshop me in place or something. I'm not dealing with this. I've had enough of him. I've had enough of it. He's ruined my Football Manager 21 experience. Wait. There's a highlight. There's a highlight. Jack, get back in front. There's a highlight, everyone. Dittmar. I mean, it's going to be a bit depressing if he scores again, isn't it? Haaland, Dittmar, hits it. I mean... When we lost to Man City a few years ago in the Champions League final, am I right in thinking that we were winning 2-0 and then we bolted the second leg 4-0? Because that's basically what's happened here. History's repeated itself. We are bottlers. Why did I start talking about being in the Final Four? I just feel a little bit sad. I just feel a little bit sad. I mean, good news. No one's going to get, like, aggravated injuries through having to play whilst really unfit because now our season is over. On the flip side, we're out the FIFA Club World Cup, and I kind of wanted to do well in it, and I feel like to go out in the quarterfinals, albeit to Man City, it's just not that good, really, is it? I feel like at the moment here at Racing, every episode is just sadness. As I've already alluded to, we are going into our final season, season number 10. I wanted to win this. I now really, really want to win the Champions League. There's also the World Cup to look forward to with Spain as the grand finale. I mean, given everything we've experienced thus far, my expectations for this coming year are very, very low. In terms of when we're going to be back next time, I think we're going to come back for the start of the season. My plan for this final season with Racing is to kind of not focus on the league so much, really get to the meat and potatoes of the season sooner. I've seen the comments. I know a load of you are sick of just seeing Barcelona and Real Madrid in the league. I think this coming year is going to be a lot more brief in terms of the first half of it. Once we get to the Champions League knockouts, that's when the season's really going to start to begin, as we look to end this series on a high of some kind. I mean, it's sensational how good we are at bottling things here, isn't it? I genuinely, I don't know what to say. I'm just going to leave things. At least we didn't lose in the final this time. Back very soon, next time the new season starts. Until then, I'm going to go have a cry. I'll see you all next time. I will see you all next. I just feel sad.